back to Breakthrough Podcast. I'm your host, Jonas.
Host Parker.
And today we're coming at you live from my humble abode for episode 72. Closing in on 2 years. We've missed
30-something podcasts.
32 podcasts as of right now. So,
well, if this was the 2
this
years,
was the
yeah.
2 years,
We're getting close, though.
Getting close. I already know what I'm getting Parker. Parker says he's not getting me anything because he hates my guts, so.
Sure.
Okay. It's okay. All right, we're going to go over Raw and SmackDown. This is because found out Parker was coming over as of last night.
Yes.
Because he was insisting that he probably wasn't going to come over.
But
So then at like 9:30 while we're watching UFC, he's like, oh, my mom said I can come over. And I went, I don't have an outline ready. So I just kind of threw together everything. To be honest, it's like half these are just like they had a match. It was cool. That's literally basically all I wrote. We can talk a little bit about UFC. It wasn't as crazy as last time.
One thing. Oh, I do have a story to talk about.
Go ahead.
Dante Chen's gonna wrestle in Japan.
He's going back to Noah.
Very happy about that. That's all I have to say because I don't know anything else about it.
All right. Well, we also got to do a little bit of a promo here. This upcoming week, maybe next week, don't know when. We're recording 2 videos after this, and one is a wrestling item, Price is Right. Pretty standard. Then we got a 30-minute Iron Man match in 2K. Where
it's only 30. Thank God.
Whenever someone gets pinned, they must spin the wheel and eat a bean. Now, these aren't just a regular Bamboozle that have bad flavors. You're either eating a bean that tastes like sriracha, jalapeno, cayenne, habanero, or Carolina Reaper peppers.
The hot sauce we did was what did it go up to? 60.
Was a fraction of
it. Was like 60,000. The Carolina Reaper is 2.2 million Scoville.
27 jelly beans, only 100 calories. We're chilling because we're on diets.
Who's gonna eat these for fun? I'll do like the least spicy one right now.
I think it's that one. Carolina Reaper is
sure.
Very innocent one. All right.
I'm not sure if Jonas had to pointed this out. It is branded.
No, it's not. It's fake.
Shout out Bean Boozled. We're sponsored.
No, we're not. I mean, maybe. Who knows? All right. Let's get into this before everybody clicks off. Raw opened with Jey Uso vowing to deliver Solo Sikoa to Roman Reigns. Uso started the show talking about Solo Sikoa and his current issues with Royce Keys, LA Knight, and Sikoa himself. Jey attempted to shoot his warning shot, but got mocked by Solo, going pew, 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 pew in the stands. This led to setting up Uso versus Sikoa for the main event. If Jey wins, he delivers Solo to Roman Reigns next week. Solo was a highlight of this entire moment.
Yeah.
He was really good.
Really funny.
Really funny. The wild part is he's just sitting in the stands and he goes, anybody get shot?
Yeah, he would duck down, he's looking back like
that was a little bit of a random thing to say. Just anyone gets shot. I mean, I guess so. But no, Solo's really doing like the best work right now. He's really good at this comedy angle he's been doing. I love how he just mocks Jey every chance he gets. It's probably the best part about Jey being on TV.
Yeah. Solo's a very funny heel. He's very good at, or very funny face. He's good at playing it. I'm happy that he's been getting more talking time because tell someone like during peak Bloodline in like 2022, 2023, no one would have been like, oh yeah, Solo's gonna like definitely a wicked funny guy.
The guy went from saying nothing to saying anything he wanted. Yeah. It's kind of ironic.
It's funny though. He's doing good.
I think this is a weird main event for sure, but we'll get into that when we get
Upset
there.
about the result.
Started off with Penta versus Laredo Kid, banger of an opener. This was for the World Heavyweight Championship number 1 contender match or tournament. Laredo Kid pushed Penta throughout the match, but a missed aerial attack gave Penta the opening he needed to hit a devastating Mexican Destroyer that led Penta to advance to the semifinals, where he will face the winner of Psycho Clown versus La Parka, which took place last night, and the winner was La Parka after Psycho Clown got jumped by the Bayou Boogeyman or something like that is what he's being called. It's Drake Moreau. He's going after the Psycho Clowns.
Oh, yeah.
But, no, I really thought this was, like, probably the best match of the show.
Yeah.
Very, very fun. It's kind of obvious that it's going to be Penta Phoenix in the finals, but obvious isn't bad. You know, we knew it was gonna be Gunther versus Cena at the end of the month, or well, at the end of Cena's career, and guess what? It was one of the best moments of the year because of how perfect it was. So some things aren't bad if they're obvious.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed the match. I think this overall, I'll just say it now, the Raw was okay.
It was fine.
It wasn't awful, but it wasn't.
It's been
high
really
tier.
weird. Raw for a second was kind of better than SmackDown, and SmackDown was at a really low point, but now SmackDown's picking up again. Huh? I wonder why
That happens
that
all
is.
the time, though. To be fair, like they'll have like 2 good weeks
I
where
mean,
the shows
yeah,
are really good.
you got CM Punk and Kevin Owens going at it. You got Cody and Randy. You have JC Jane just putting on a weekly banger at this point. You got Fatal Influence.
And then you have Sammy Finn in the back. You also have Gunther messing with
Finn?
Chelsea Green.
Gunther Finn is going to be
Finn would
crazy.
very crazy.
It's SmackDown is picking up steam.
Gunther and Matt Cardona.
That wasn't even bad. I stand
It wasn't
on
an awful
that was a really good segment.
It was kind of funny too, just because like he came out during Chelsea. It was weird.
Yeah, we'll get to that one.
Yeah.
We then had Austin Theory defeat Akira Tozawa. Tozawa was attempting to get a revenge for Otis after the Vision's attack last week, which has set him out of action for an undisclosed amount of time. Theory dominated in the match and finished Tozawa with an off switch. His moves are the most lame names ever.
Oh yeah.
As the Vision prepared to continue the assault, Obafemi interrupted and confronted Braun Breaker, forcing officials to separate the two superstars. Now, people are saying, "Oh, this is way too early." It's WWE in 2026. There's this thing called long-term storytelling. Don't know if you heard of it. Freaking love it. They love it. So don't be surprised if we get this for like the next 8 months.
Like Liv and Rhea.
Literally. I think if they really want to, they will hold this out till Saudi Mania, and I think that'll main event night 1.
I wouldn't be shocked.
I think Oba wins the title at, like, who knows? Because 90 Survivor Series, God forbid they have a champion defend on a pay-per-view. But I don't think it's Money in the Bank, because seemingly Roman is going to fight LA Knight next. Which, I love LA Knight so much.
Oh, yeah.
This was, like, last week, because we didn't get to record because of stuff going on. But he was talking to Roman. He's like, I think you're scared to face me. I keep asking for a title shot, and you set up a contendership tournament. And guess what? It's with all luchadors. So I can't be in it. And he's got a fair point.
He does, yeah.
But it's sad, because this guy's just going to fight Roman Reigns and then just get obliterated in, like, 10 minutes.
I bet there's going to be one really near fall. Like, they're going to get people really excited, and then...
It could be like a Royce Keys comes back and takes out... Or no, because the whole thing has been the Bloodline don't go after LA Knight. Which is like, dang. He really is your tribal chief. You can call him your daddy at that point, bro. He's literally barking them orders, and they are sitting heel. Jacob Fatu needs to get out of there. They've
ruined him.
They haven't ruined him, but because he's still doing fine in ring. It's just like as a character, he looks like a loser because he's taking orders from Roman.
Yeah.
Which, like, I get it. Roman's the OTC. Roman's the most powerful guy on the roster. He's not. But whatever. It's we then had a segment where Liv Morgan, Becky Lynch, and Stephanie Vaquer came out. Stephanie and Becky are eyeing Liv's world championship, but the entire segment ended as Vaquer jumped Liv Morgan and then had a quick little stare down with Becky Lynch. Seemingly our program for the Women's World Championship going forward is going to be something to do with Stephanie having her eye on Liv, but then Becky wants the title. So who knows? We could get a triple threat sort of situation, or it could just be they do each storyline one at a time. You know, they could do Stephanie costs Liv. They could have that on a Raw, like a main event where they have Stephanie Becky #1 contendership, and then like say Liv costs Stephanie and Becky becomes #1 contender, and then Stephanie costs her in the match because once again it's WWE in 2026. They love their interferences too.
Yeah.
So It's not even that outrageous. So
This segment was okay though. I
it
wasn't.
was fine. I'm glad Stephanie's back.
Oh,
Becky
me too.
back too. They really needed some help in the women's division, especially in the main card.
And
'cause
Liv,
there's been
Liv
nothing.
hadn't defended her title for 100 days.
Yeah,
It was insane.
very interesting. We then had Dragon Lee versus Dominic Mysterio. Dragon Lee defeats Dominic in a fast-paced matchup between two luchadors. Dominic entered the match frustrated after being left out of the World Heavyweight Championship #1 Contenders tournament, but Lee ultimately prevailed with Operation Dragon and picked up the win over the AAA Mega Champion, who will be defending his title against El Grande Americano at Triple Mania. I think that's an easy prediction here. I'm calling it now. El Grande is going to win that belt, and that is going to be a crazy pop.
Oh, dude, they love
That will
him.
be insane. I think what happened after, I'm not mad about. Big Cash.
Oh
Comes out, attacks Dragon Lee, and Javon Evans tries to get his revenge, but it doesn't go well. I'm not mad at this character. He looks insanely good.
Oh yeah, he's ripped too.
And would you believe it if I told you the guy's giant? Because he is.
And he's so...
Yeah, he's
I wonder
crazy.
if Enzo is ever gonna.
No.
You don't think so?
No. That's like saying, is Jonas ever going to do a podcast episode where he doesn't blab about CM Punk? No. Because, in all respect, Enzo doesn't have the appeal as he used to. Because
fair.
we've seen everything he does.
Mm.
And it's just as
And he's had some controversial moments outside of after being released too.
And we've also had the fact that in AEW, Big Bill was able to get over as a solo act.
So I think WWE's trying that out too.
And he's really good in ring. Like,
Yeah.
genuinely doing really good. He works well as a big guy. He uses the East River Crossing, which
I
is
could
like
see
the
him
boss
being a
man
mid
slam.
card champion at some point.
Yeah.
They definitely wouldn't make him a world champ.
No, he's not on that level. Especially with WWE. Who knows, though? They love their tall guys.
Did you see that Ray and Chad is confirmed for tomorrow?
Oh, it is?
Yeah, for the
I thought they were going to do
IC
it in Mexico
title.
City.
Guess not.
I'm pretty sure that's my next bullet point. Or no, Danhausen and Sol Ruka. Sol was was talking about her mystery partner that she had to face the Judgment Day later in the night, and was met with Danhausen offering to be her teammate in the match, because he hates the Judgment Day. Because they were asking Sol who her mystery partner could be, if she could help us figure it out. She's like, well, I'll give you some hints. They have their own problems with the Judgment Day. And then Danhausen goes, oh, it's me. No. Do you agree with the take that Danhausen's a little too over everything?
What do you mean?
He's like on every show. Do you disagree that he's showing up too much?
I mean, I don't disagree. He showed up a lot, but I don't think it's too much.
I think like you'd be stupid to not be like, oh, he's not on the show that much.
If I was Triple H, I'd put him on the show all the time. He's making a shit ton of money for the company, dude.
Yeah, merch sale.
Merch.
I wouldn't give him a full segment with Joe Hendry talking about I believe that you are cursed.
Or I wouldn't
have
given
a
him a SummerSlam
controversial
match.
boxer come in and smash a guitar over just for the Judgment Day to come out and attack.
I wouldn't give him a SummerSlam match either.
Yeah, no, not on the main card. But what was it, like the third to last match? That should.
I think it was like middle of night too.
I don't know. That should have been on like a pre-show or a Raw. But then we go to the ring and we find out that Sol Ruka's partner is Io Sky.
There's no need for her to be a mystery partner.
No, there wasn't. She was literally just at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Who knows? Sol Ruka and Io Sky defeat Raquel and Roxanne after Io revealed herself as a mystery partner. Rodriguez and Perez controlled the early matchup, but Sol and Io turned around the match with their aerial offense. Sol delivered an impressive Pop Rocks reversal into a super kick, which set up the Soul Snatcher that picked up the win for her team. Now, a lot of discourse going on, and this is about Sol losing her title. People were talking about the higher-ups being reportedly underwhelmed with her performance on the main roster. Do you think
Why
that
would
they...
give her the title?
Do you think that they took the title off her because of that?
No.
I don't think so either, because they've had their eye on Raquel for such a long time.
She should have won at the show that I was at.
They should have.
She should have. And then Nikki should have turned then. Because then after, like, Stephanie loses, it would have been, I feel like it would have been a better
Yeah, and then we
story,
had
too.
the freaking stupid Stephanie-Nikki match at Survivor Series that sucked.
Yeah. Mainly because Nikki.
And then, dude, it was such an easy setup, especially with how you gave them like 10 minutes to have a match. Then give Raquel the spot because Stephanie deserves better.
Yeah.
Could have done Raquel live at Mania and got rid of Raquel out of the Judgment Day. And also, are we ever gonna talk about the fact that Roxanne was trying to help Finn like a month ago after he left? Like that never got brought up again.
And then also Finn like taking Liv's Dom's hotel card with Liv. This is like when Dom and Liv are gonna get set up. There's stuff with the within the Judgment Day that
There's
they
so
never
many plot
completed.
holes
Exactly.
there. But who knows, man? Who knows? Then Chad Gable offered Rey Mysterio an opportunity to challenge for the Intercontinental Championship. Ray, for some reason, just goes, "Well, you know I'm the general manager of AAA." And then he goes, "But I'll take up on your offer." Don't know what that has to do with anything,
He's
because
still a wrestler.
yeah, you also said that to Roman, and then you started a tournament.
Mhm.
So it's a little weird. So one guy means let's start a tournament to see who will fight you, and the other one is I'm gonna fight. I guess, man. Main event: Jey Uso defeats Sol Sikoa, and he will now have to deliver him to Roman Reigns. I'm pretty sure that's happening tomorrow, as of recording this. After raising the stakes early in the night, Jey Uso defeats Sol Sikoa and promising that he will deliver Sol to Roman Reigns. So started aggressively and paid homage to Rikishi with a dance. Solo was close to escaping with a win. Jimmy interfered, helping Jey hit a spear and Uso splash to secure the victory. And now, I guess, maybe have Solo join the Bloodline. Do you think he's going to join? I doubt it. I think it's going to be kind of like a...
They shouldn't have Solo. They shouldn't have Jey won.
I think what's going to happen is they're going to do like the Paul Heyman at MSG. He's going to, I acknowledge that you're not my tribal chief. And then they're going to kill him on Netflix. And then he's not going to be there for when LA Knight has his championship match. Technically. And then probably him and Royce Keys come out to try and stop the Usos.
Yeah.
Because Royce Keys also got written off in the street fight. Big discourse here, though, is will this derail all of Solo's momentum that he's gained as of late? And I think...
No. I don't agree.
If they do it properly, no. But if they have him go into the Bloodline and then be silent, yes. If he just joins the Bloodline but stays the same way,
Like,
I think he'll be fine.
Funny and
yeah.
Still, he could still be kind of
He's
fake.
like purposely selling. So
They could have him.
want to get him.
They could have him be like Sammy was in the original Bloodline.
Where he's like clutch.
Where he's like,
times,
and
but
he's like,
so dumb.
he's also goofy too. Like he'll be dancing during the entrances and whatever.
Yeah, because Sammy used to like. He used to
Yeah.
bob his head's a Roman theme. It was so dumb.
That's what I do when I get in people's hands.
Yeah. What'd you think of Raw? I thought it was pretty okay.
It was decent overall. It wasn't awful, but it wasn't better than SmackDown. Definitely, SmackDown was pretty
The
good.
highlight of the show was Penta Laredo Kid.
Yeah,
for sure.
But overall, I didn't hate it.
It was fine.
Yeah.
It wasn't the best thing they've had this year. It wasn't the
Compared
worst.
to SmackDown, it was kind of bad. But
Yeah.
you know,
SmackDown from Boston. Neither of us were in attendance, sadly. But
Harry said that he wished he went, but he said, "quote I have no money and everyone's had a long week."
if I can be honest, the only match I really cared about was Mello Corbin, and then Mello doesn't even win, so I don't. Thank God, because I would have been a little mad.
Yeah.
So, I mean, other than that, like, yeah, there was 2 title changes, but
One of them was not that significant.
also I don't know if this is a hot take, but this wasn't even Punk's best promo. Like, I thought this was a poor performance from Punk on the mic. Honestly,
I think Kevin Owens did good.
I think we'll get to that. I was talking about that in my notes. SmackDown opened with the general manager Nick Aldis addressing the interim WWE champion or WWE Women's Champion Chelsea Green, stating that he had to take away the title from Chelsea due to her injury. Chelsea was trying to plead with Nick, talking about how people like us, talking to Aldis, wait for moments like these all the time. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Never QB1, which I thought was funny because we all obviously know QB1 at this point. He's always talking about Cody. But it was a really great performance and promo from Chelsea, just speaking from the heart. So much emotion. And she tells Aldis that until someone takes that title off her. She is champion in her heart, and she hands over the championship. She walks out, and Nick delivers the funniest, it's such a serious line, but he delivered it in such a cadence that was just so funny. He just goes, "Chelsea, wait!" He's just, and then she comes back to the ring. The general manager, Nick Aldis, should do this, but the man, Nick Aldis, can't. And so he gives her back the championship. Chelsea's all excited. And then the lights go out. And it's Gunther. And now we think Chelsea's going to have to retire. But she comes out there to talk to Aldis about what happened at SummerSlam. Talking about how Aldis once again screwed Gunther. Talking about, why would you add Kevin Owens to my match? And Aldis goes, to be honest, Gunther, we added you to Kevin Owens' match. We've had his his return planned for months now, and I added you in last second. And Gunther was not happy with that. And just as that was happening, Chelsea Green got offended by Gunther's interference, and kind of tried to tell him off. And he was just talking back about her. He's like, what did he say? This is a one-time thing, that championship, or something like that. And Chelsea said, well, look in the ring. I'm the only champion in here. And then he just kept trash talking her. And then Matt Cardona came out to try and defend Chelsea. And Gunther goes off, says one of the craziest lines. He's looking at Cardona. He goes, I could call your girl any slur and you wouldn't do anything. I was like, whoa, okay, swear makes sense. Any slur? That's crazy. And then Cardona starts going after Gunther, and we get an impromptu match between the two, where Gunther dog walked Cardona. But I honestly thought this was a really fun match. I thought it was really good, impromptu, where they were both in jeans, both in sneakers, not gear at all. Gunther's the only one who got an entrance, and was barely an entrance. It was very impromptu, nothing crazy. But the ring general forced Cardona to submit to the Boston Crab, putting an end to Cardona's attempt to stand up for Chelsea. There was also, he threw him into the announce desk. He hit a power bomb on the apron. He was killing Cardona here. But it was nice. After Gunther wins, Chelsea rolls Cardona out of the ring, where she is then confronted by Nia Jax and Lash Legend. The U.S. champion Tiffany Stratton comes to Chelsea's aid as she's injured. She can't really fight back, but Tiffany ends up getting a 2-on-1 assault, but she also still has to defend her title later in the night against JC Jane of Fatal Influence. So a little bit of a pickle there for Tiffany.
Yeah, Harry thinks that Tiffany's gonna turn on Chelsea.
I think it would be the best thing they could do.
Yeah, because Tiffany's better
been
as a
getting
heel.
stale. She never really got to play super heel because people loved her too much at the beginning.
Yeah, but I feel like if they attack someone who people are starting to like more,
the crowd, dude. Oh my God, so good. Finally playing into the roles where, yes, Nick Aldis, if you look at him, he's a face. But when he's taking away the championship away from the face, he is a heel.
Yeah.
You boo the man, and they booed him heavily.
which is good.
But I was mad about this. They did not boo Gunther enough.
Yeah.
I know it was almost a year ago now, but he retired John Cena, the champion and hero of
And AJ.
Massachusetts. Booed him.
Yeah.
They booed him more at the house show I went to in January. Yeah, it was closer, so recency bias. But still, you're in Boston, the home of Cena in the WWE. Boo the freaking balls off of Gunther, dude. He is the villain of Massachusetts. You should be booing him crazy.
Yeah.
But I really like this opening because it was just back-to-back-to-back segments. It went from Chelsea Green and Nick Aldis to Gunther and Nick Aldis to Gunther and Matt Cardona to Chelsea and the what do they call it? The Irresistible Forces. And then Tiffany gets involved, and that's talking about later in the night. It was a really good setup, and I thought it was just a fun way to start the show.
It was.
We then had Baron Corbin versus Carmelo Hayes for the U.S. Championship. Melo, man, the guy is just so good.
He did do good in this match.
Match was fantastic. Comes out repping the Celtics in Boston. Got the green, gold, and white He got a pretty good pop. It's also a bigger area. TD Garden's bigger than the one I went to when he was U.S. champ, which that was also crazy. He had just won. It was his first show back in his literal hometown.
Yeah.
So dope to see. But unfortunately, Corbin successfully defends the U.S. Championship against Carmelo in Melo's hometown. Corbin once again used questionable tactics before hitting Hayes with the end of days to retain the title. And after the match, Trick Williams and Lil Yachty surprised Corbin with a sneak attack where Corbin got hit in the back with, what is he calling it? The trick stick?
The trick stick.
Which, pause. Little crazy. But I thought it was a good match. Carmelo, man, shows out every time but doesn't get rewarded.
I mean, he did have a decent U.S. title reign.
Dude, that was great.
It was good.
So good. I remember you spoiled it for me, and I was like, I'm gonna kill him.
When?
I was still happy. You're like, just so you know, next week you're gonna be really happy. And then like an hour later, I find out it's Ilya Carmelo, and I was like, oh.
Yeah. At least I didn't like fully spoil. I wasn't like, hey, guess what? Carmelo.
So the other matches were Nia Jax versus Tiffany Stratton, and like Los Garzas versus Damian Priest and R-Truth. I wonder which one you're talking about.
Tiffany.
Yeah, bro. For sure. We then had CM Punk and Kevin Owens promo battle. Punk and Owens came face to face ahead of their Undisputed Championship match in Toronto next week. Confrontation became intensely personal, with Punk making clear he intends to put Owens away when they finally meet for the championship in a week's time. KO makes a callback to 20 years ago in the alluded to ROH locker room, where Punk treated him poorly and made sure Punk knew that many, if not all of his friends, still have an issue with him. Makes a reference to the Elite. Did you catch that when he says?
I did. There's three people that hate you.
Three, but it's actually almost all of them.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Harry texted me that. He was like, "Did you understand that?" I was like, "Yes, I understood it."
The only reason you came back and made everything right, or the only reason you came back here and made everything right, was that you had no choice. Kevin Owens to CM Punk. That is, he's not wrong.
I had this little it was like I saw this thing. I saw it on Twitter. It was like a bingo graph, and it was like KO versus CM Punk promos. It was
AEW reference, Elite
reference. AEW reference, Kenny Omega reference. You're fat. I had the Stone Cold match. Something about Larry. Something about your AJ.
Yeah, he's like, I have something you don't when you were gone. I had a Stone Cold Steve Austin WrestleMania main event. And Punk said, the only reason you got that main event is because I wasn't here to take it from you. Yeah. Oh. He's so right, too, where, like, Punk would have gotten that if he was in the company. Yeah. Like, he would have. Because that's, like, one of the dream things, because he had the pipe bomb where he's wearing his Austin shirt.
Yeah.
But just, he was talking about, Kevin Owens was, like, talking about his time when he was there and Punk wasn't. Punk's like, you're talking about all this, how I wasn't here competing. You only held the championship one time, and it ended when you got met with a spear from Goldberg. Then KO goes, looks like you couldn't avoid the spear from Roman at WrestleMania. It was just so good. But then Punk just loses all steam. I'm calling out Obafemi and I get endometriosis instead, which is like, it's a female disease where their reproductive system sheds and gets larger or something, and people were not happy with it. Don't quote me on that. I'm not a doctor. But I looked at it for a second just so I knew what it was. But people were not happy with that. But yeah, my note here, I honestly do think KO won this promo battle. Wasn't the best work from Punk, but was still really fun.
To be fair, I do think
this feels like they hate each other.
But to be fair, I feel like if it was someone else and they said exactly what Punk said, I feel like they would have done good. It's because everyone always expects high things from Punk. Punk's always good on the mic.
When they're going back and forth, like we said about the WrestleMania stuff, it was just so good.
Yeah. But it's just because everyone always, like, some people, like, people have been expecting a lot out of Punk from promos, and they've been getting it. So the one time that they don't, one time he's not on his A game, people think it's not great.
Locked in on the mic. We then had backstage segment. Sami Zayn and Cody Rhodes are both trying to talk to Nick Aldis. Cody wants a match against Randy, and Sami wants to get back into the title picture. Aldis announces Cody versus Sami later in the night for a number one contender match. The winner will face the winner of KO Punk next week. Sammy, I'm injured. And Aldis says, you were also injured at SummerSlam, so why don't you go into this match? And so he agrees. The MFTs won the W Tag Team Championships. Tama Tonga and Tala Tonga were accompanied by their father Haku to capture the W Tag Team Championships. And
Harry said he would have liked to go to see Haku.
That's reasonable. They won against reigning champions R-Truth and Damian Priest, and the War Raiders, who are the AAA Tag Champs. Tama and Tala used an eye rake before hitting R-Truth with the Brothers Keeper to score the victory and win the titles. Finally, they are doing something right with the MFTs. They have a push, they have momentum, and they're doing something about it.
Yep.
Thank you.
And Haku's there.
Haku genuinely makes them better.
Yeah.
So.
It's because he was awesome.
Yeah, and if I hated the MFTs, I wouldn't say in Haku's face. I don't want to die. We then had JC Jane versus Tiffany Stratton for the U.S. title. JC Jane defeats Tiffany Stratton to capture the Women's U.S. Championship after Stratton injured herself attempting the prettiest moonsault ever. She temporarily shifted her focus to helping Chelsea Green against Fatal Influence ringside, where Stratton returned to the ring. JC caught her with the rolling encore and secured the 3 count to pick up the win and steal the championship from Stratton. I think where this is leading is Tiffany and Chelsea still tagging, and then Chelsea just keeps like accidentally talking about her championship like it matters most, and Tiffany's no longer a champion, so they have to focus on Chelsea more, and Chelsea just keeps going after it. Not in like a genuine like trying to get heat way. I think in a way of just like, I'm sorry, I keep forgetting that you're not champion, and then Tiffany just gets pissed.
Me and Jonas were talking about it last night. I'm very happy that she won the NXT title, because me and Jonas were saying no viewers really saw anything
she
very
was in
special
NXT
in JC
for so long doing nothing.
And then one random night she wins.
She smacks Stephanie and gets all this momentum, wins the title with help from Fatal Influence, and goes on a run where she starts having bangers. She loses the title to Tatum, wins it back in Madison Square Garden, not the full arena, but at least still at MSG in a way, and then goes on another great, 5-month run?
Decent run, yeah.
And then she loses it to Lola.
But then gets called up.
Yeah, so she lost it Stand and Deliver. She won it back at, Roadblock or something? She held it in, October, November, as she won it back, because it was Halloween Havoc where Tatum won it.
Yeah.
So you gotta think, she held it for, 5-ish months. That's pretty good.
And now she's doing great. The whole faction's doing great.
Yeah, they had so much heat on that debut. They were booing the hell out of Fatal Influence.
But I'm very happy with how that Sean saw something.
I used to hate that faction. I thought they were boring. I thought they were just. I didn't understand it.
I think they got rid of Jasmine Nix.
Fallon Henley was a farm girl. Jasmine Nix was stupid. Sucked in every way. JC I thought was just kind of felt like a super senior. She should have been called up 6 times, and they never did anything because she had no momentum.
Yeah. And now she doesn't. I wonder how old she is.
Jasmine Nix gets taken out by Lainey Reed. Lainey Reed's a great wrestler.
She's a great addition. She fits better than
literally got called up in what, less than a year?
30.
Which for NXT is
NXT that's old, but realistically that's not that old.
Yeah, and also they are very. It depends on who you ask, because they are very. They're very ageist with the women's wrestlers. They have to retire by 36, or else they're too old.
Besides Charlotte. How old Charlotte? In her 40s?
Probably. I wonder why she's still going. And
because her dad's one of the 4.
No, you don't say. Main event was supposed to be Sami Zayn versus Cody Rhodes, number 1 contender, but Cody Rhodes was attacked by Randy Orton.
Attacked all the security guards too.
Brawl. Randy was going after everybody, shoved some random dude.
That security guard hit his head on the mat pretty hard.
They were going all around the arena, and then they get back to the announce table. Randy looks to do the same thing he did weeks before WrestleMania, where he smashes Cody's head into the stairs with the chair. Cody kicks him in the balls, goes for the same thing on Randy, but this time the move's thwarted by officials. Where was Daivari when this happened to Cody?
Yeah.
Because he didn't try to stop Randy.
Nope. I think they're probably more scared of Randy than
Cody. It
Cody.
has been made official for Sunday night's main event. Cody versus Randy, just 1-on-1, which I think is stupid because boring.
Whatever.
And then later that night on Twitter, they announced a bunch of stuff. Julia versus Blake Monroe coming up for Blake's in-ring debut on SmackDown. Yeah, I mean that's really it, right? They didn't announce it. Or they're starting stuff with Ricky Saints in AAA. He's going after the cruiserweight title. I think that's really it. But match and rest of the week.
Oh, you want to just go over UFC? I mean, or just
Nothing happened, bro.
Nothing really happened. Islam retained. He's now the greatest UFC fighter of all time.
Gary had it. He and Machado Gary held up great.
He did better than I expected.
Way better.
The women's match sucked. I'm sorry. I was so excited for that.
Jillian, what was her last name? Robertson. She was boring, dude.
She was.
She just sat on the ground the entire time.
And
he did nothing.
One thing I want to say that
he didn't hurt Dern at all.
The third to last fight, don't get cocky in the octagon. Where he got knocked in like 30 seconds.
Oh, he gets too flashy, goes for a spinning back fist, just gets
rocked.
And
don't get too
left
cocky.
hand just goes straight through his block.
After the match, he knew. Because he was pissed. He knew it was
He goes
his
straight
fault.
through his block and then ends in TKO because he can't do anything while he's on the ground. Eyes roll back. It's
Don't
over.
get cocky. Because that's going to mess you up.
It is. Jeff Cobb showed up in New Japan last night.
I heard his voice. It sounds way different than I thought it would.
Yeah. All right. Wrestler?
I'll say JC.
All right. 2 weeks away. AEW All In, Wembley. Parker, you got to lock in with some Dynamites. I didn't talk about Dynamite this week because I didn't take notes. But thank you all for watching. We'll see you in the next one where we're possibly guessing prices or eating some hot jelly beans. That is it for this week. We'll see you next. Subscribe.
That was awful.
Jared!
Stop tuning.
Stop talking to the 12-year-olds on VR chat.
Was there I knew that you love me too.
What?
That's small.
Okay.
Watch this same memory full.
Was there I knew that
I'm
you
making
love
sure
me.
it's storage full.
Definitely shouldn't have figured out that stuff beforehand.
Perfect time. The second you got to drop out, music comes off.
That was a short one.